After you've created a certificate signing request and submitted it to a certificate signing authority, they'll often send you a PEM file back. That's your public certificate generated and signed by your certificate authority. To convert it to a PFX, let's get started in our certificate directory. You should have an intermediate PEM from your certificate authority. If you're using vendor like GlobalSign or VeriSign, that should be readily available on their website. You should also have the PEM file, in this example testcert.techsnips.io.pem. That will be what they generated and gave to you. You should also have your certificate signing request and private key that you previously generated. You can take a look at the PEM you just received by opening it in a text editor. You can see that it's encoded. You can use OpenSSL X509 command to get the information from your encoded PEM. I'm going to output it to peminfo.txt and then open it with a text editor. I can now verify things like the expiration date on line 9 or the issuer on line 6, which in this example is the TechSnips example intermediate certificate authority. Once you're happy with how everything looks here, you can move on. We won't be needing the info files, so we'll just remove them after we create them. We can do the same thing with the intermediate certificate. And we can see the TechSnips example root certificate authority is the issuer of this intermediate. Once we've verified our public and intermediate certificate, we can go ahead and create our PKCS12 by combining the private key we generated when we made the CSR and the intermediate that we received from our certificate authority, along with the public PEM certificate we received from our intermediate authority. We'll use the PKCS12 export command of OpenSSL. When prompted, enter your password. This password will protect your PKCS12 file. If you look at your PKCS12 file, you'll see it's encrypted and obviously not human readable. To view information about our PKCS12 file, we can use the OpenSSL PKCS12 info command to decrypt and look at our certificate. We'll output this to pfxinfo.txt. When it asks for your import password, that's the export password you just created. And then because that password protects both your certificates and your private key, you'll be asked to enter it 2 more times just for fun. Now we can view the contents of that info file. The important thing here is the first certificate should be our public certificate. And you can see on line 5 that it was issued by our certificate authority's intermediate CA. And line 3 should be the subject line that we want for our certificate. If you scroll down, starting on line 41, the next certificate in the chain is the intermediate certificate. And we can see the issuer of that certificate is our TechSnips example root authority. Finally, starting on line 82 or 83 is our private key. These 3 things combined together are really what makes up PKCS12 file. So now your PKCS12 file is ready to install. Thanks for watching.